X-Wing players use buzzwords that are instantly recognizable within the community when discussing popular squadron builds for competitive play. For casual players, though, some of these terms might be a little confusing. So in this episode of X-Wing Shipbuilding, I'm going to shed some light on a build that's come to be known as Fat Han. It's more of a mentality than a specific set of upgrades. Fat Han, or Fat Falcon, refers to a YT-1300 build that packs in a lot of upgrades and takes up 50% or more of your total build. Han Solo is the most popular pilot for these builds, although you can easily put together a Fat Chewbacca or Fat Lando as well. Let's look at Han Solo. He costs 46 points, has a pilot skill of 9, and can choose to re-roll all of his dice after attacking. He's an all-around solid pilot with an excellent ability that stays thematic to his gambler's nature. He can get equipped with an elite talent, 2 crew, and 1 missile upgrade. Most Fat Han builds have at their core 3 cards. The first is the Millennium Falcon title. It wouldn't really be Han Solo if he wasn't flying the Falcon, but more importantly, it gives Han the crucial evade action, which is important for this build. The second card that shows up in pretty much all Fat Han builds is C-3PO. This card comes in the pricey Tantive 4 Epic Ship expansion, which is a shame because it's only marginally useful on that ship compared to being insanely good on the Falcon. Once per round, when Han is about to roll at least 1 defense die, you can guess out loud the number of evade results you'll get, and if you're right, you get 1 free evade. Since YT-1300s only roll a single defense die, guessing 0 evades guarantees that you'll get 1 evade result, either from the die itself or from C-3PO. If you really want to stay true to Han's character, you can guess 1 evade result, and if you hit it, you get 2 evades. Combined with the evade action, this means that Han is immune to at least 2 hits each round. It's not enough to save him from sustained focus fire, but it will keep him on the table longer than going it alone without C-3PO's odds making or those handy evade tokens. For 3 points, C-3PO is a great crew member. The third card that shows up on a majority of Fat Hans is Gunner. This 5-point crew upgrade comes in the Slave 1 and YT-2400 expansion packs. When you make an attack that doesn't hit, it lets you immediately make an attack with your primary weapon. Han's ability can be used to re-roll both attacks if you want. Against high agility targets like TIE-class ships, this can be very powerful. After making an attack with Gunner, Han can't make any more attacks during the current round. Alternatively, you can use Luke Skywalker, who costs 7 points and works the same way as Gunner, except with the added effect of changing 1 focus result into a hit. Luke is included in the Millennium Falcon expansion. Other popular crew members for Fat Falcon builds are Chewbacca and R2-D2. Both of these guys have abilities that keep the Falcon flying longer than it should. Chewie's is a guaranteed one-time use effect that discards a damage card and recovers a shield, while R2 can be used over and over but comes with a potential blowback of flipping and resolving a damage card already on the Falcon. You could also go with Lando Calrissian, who also has a gambling ability, letting you use an action to roll a pair of defense dice and take focus or evade tokens for each symbol you hit. Han plus Lando equals a risk-taker's dream ship, and it's a huge thrill when you see a pair of evades come up. There are several solid choices for an elite talent for Han. He's already got a high pilot skill, but you can almost guarantee that Han moves last and shoots first with Veteran Instinct, which bumps him up to a pilot skill of 11. Push the Limit gives you action flexibility, which is always good. Predator gives you another reroll option along with Han's ability, letting you choose to reroll either 1 or 2 dice depending on the target's pilot skill, or reroll them all with Han's ability. With Predator, Han gets pretty close to having a built-in target lock on all of his attacks. Like elite talents, there are a lot of good choices for modifications here too, but Engine Upgrade is the most popular, and probably the best of them. Since the goal is to keep the Falcon on the table for the entire match, the ability to boost out of enemy firing arcs is all important. You want to deny as many attacks as possible on every round, so the few attacks that do get through have to overcome evade tokens and C-3PO's guesswork. Combined with Push the Limit, you can boost and evade on every turn. Now, Fat Han got its name from being loaded with upgrades, and all of this comes at a hefty cost. The build I would probably use, Han Solo with Predator, C-3PO, Gunner, Engine Upgrade, and the Millennium Falcon title, costs 62 points. This doesn't leave a lot of room for additional ships, and one of the cardinal rules of competitive X-Wing play is that you generally want to bring at least 4 ships to the table if you can. As powerful as he is, Han Solo can't win, well, if he goes solo. He needs some backup. You want at least 2 more ships. You can go with a rookie pilot X-Wing and a prototype pilot A-Wing with Chard and Refit, which gives you 2 points to play around with an astromech or maybe flechette torpedoes for the X-Wing. Alternatively, you could get 3 Z-95s, either 3 Bandit Squadron pilots, which would give you 2 points left over to upgrade Han's Gunner to Luke Skywalker, or you could take a pair of Tala Squadron pilots for their higher pilot skill of 4, and 1 Bandit Squadron pilot. Alright, I hope that's given you some insight into the Fat Han phenomenon. This is a powerful, versatile build that can work well using a wide variety of upgrade cards while still remaining competitive. Its major weak point is against ships like TIE Interceptors and TIE Phantoms, which excel at getting in close and unloading with heavy attacks that can get damage past your defenses. However, the Falcon's 360-degree firing arc is also strong against those ships, and the Veteran Instincts engine upgrade combo on Han can mean that he'll move last in most cases, making it difficult for them to keep you in their sights. I'd love to hear about your experience with Fat Falcon builds, either playing them or playing against them. As probably the single most iconic starship of the Star Wars franchise, I'm really happy that there are lots of ways to make it a serious contender on the table in X-Wing, especially since it's one of the older ships in the game now. I sincerely hope that as the game moves forward, it will remain a competitive ship without becoming too overpowered or worse, underpowered. Thanks for watching the Cardboard Dungeons shipbuilding videos. If there's a ship or pilot you'd like to see covered in a future episode, let me know in the comments below. See you next time.